I'm sure you've heard of the 3-card trick or find the lady, or most well known as the 3-card Monte. Personally, I have been victim to it and lost hundreds, if not thousands, of pennies. Then I started learning more about Magic. I started marking cards, and then I never lost again. My apologies to the guy in my 9th grade study hall class. You never stood a chance. Sorry. Anyway, this is the 7-card Monte, and my god, is it powerful. Alright, yo, so check this out. For the small minority of you who are curious, by the way, these are the Bicycle Standard Riderback Red playing cards. That it was definitely a mouthful. Now, before this trick started, I kind of arranged the cards that I needed. Again, this is a 7-card Monte. Can you guess what card you're going to be trying to find? If you guess the 6 of clubs, you're completely wrong because it's actually the King of Hearts, but it was definitely a good try. So you're going to try to follow the King of Hearts. Now, watch carefully as I do this. Not many people can actually figure this out. Here we go. Take one card, leave it here, turn that face down, another card, turn that face down, one more card, turn that face down. Everything so far felt very fair. Watch again, square all these up, turn this whole thing face down. Try to imagine everything going on in your head. And now it's potentially possible that you know the order, so I'm going to give the cards a cut. And now check this out. I'm going to take the cards that are all face down, so one card here, and the last card. All these 3 cards I'm going to take and put right there. We're going to put the rest here. I'm going to give you 2 tries to find the King of Hearts. That's way more fair than 1. So first try, this one over here. That is incorrect. One more try. Which card? This one. All right, check this out. Because this card is also incorrect. Man, you had two tries. You had 2 tries to do. I'll give you one more shot. I usually don't do this. I'll give you one more shot. Where do you think the king is? Right over here? Well, check it out. You're wrong. There is still one face down card left, however. If we take a look, it's right on top of the deck, and it is, in fact, the King of Hearts. Now that's wild. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Okay. I'm glad I was finally able to share this card trick with you, because let me tell you something. I have had this on my list for the longest time, and because of my lack of understanding of Magic through text, it didn't click. So what I shared with you in this performance is part of a trick called 7-card Monte by Di Vernon. I wanted to do the entire thing for you, but it required a decent amount of misdirection, and I had a 0% chance of being able to pull that off in front of you on camera. But still, this trick is awesome. But anyway, before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, grab your favorite deck of playing cards, and now, let's do it. All right, my friends, let's go. Here are a couple of things you need to know. So first things first, of course, this is called the 7-card Monte. You're gonna need 7 cards. I would pick 3 random cards that are like mid-range value between 6 to 9. Of course, you have your king and the other 3 cards as well. So you have 6 black cards, mid-range value, somewhere between 6 to 9. And then this special card right here. This card is the King of Hearts. But not only is it special because it's the King of Hearts, but it's special because on the other side, it's the 8 of Spades. Boom, there's the secret. In my opinion, the easiest way to create a card like this is go into the deck, take 2 cards, right? Take 2 cards, tape them using double-sided tape back to back. It does make a bit of a thicker card, but if you're just doing this as 1 or 2 times, I think you can definitely get away with it. But if you want to do this more and more, I would definitely recommend going on like Amazon or something and picking up a double-sided card. But anyway, once we're all prepped with that, right? We have our king here. I keep that right in the center. And this card is right over here. Let's square all these up. You're gonna take all these cards and put them right on the bottom of the deck like this, right? So when you're opening up the deck, you see that. Now you're gonna go to your duplicate, King of Hearts. You're gonna find that in your deck. If I can find that in my deck, it is right. Oh wow, look at that, right on top. I put that card, I leave it right on top of the deck. And with that, you're pretty much set to begin. So when doing this card trick, you first take it out of the tuck case, of course, and you tell the spectator you're going to be doing the 7-card Monte. Now this right here, this move right here is actually very vital. This is something that I mixed up and I did not understand when I was actually reading the trick. You want to lay out the cards from right to left. It's very natural to lay out the cards like this, at least for me, from left to right, but you're going to want to lay them out from right to left. So you're going to start like this. And the reason we're doing this is we want to make sure the cards overlap with each other going right to left instead of left to right. So once you've laid all these cards out, what I like to do next is give the deck a false shuffle or false cut And it, again, just instills in the spectator's mind that there's nothing fishy going on with the deck. It's been shuffled up, you put it on over to the side. It kind of just brings them a little level of ease, even though there's no such thing. So what I like to do is an controlled overhand shuffle, where I toss over a small packet of cards, in jog, this top card here, shuffle over the rest normally. Again, this is an overhand shuffle. And I take that in-jogged card, push down and forward, grabbing a break. Continue doing the overhand shuffle until I get to my break, and then I throw the rest of the cards over, maintaining that king right on top. And I like to leave this card face down on the deck. Now, the way that it's explained in the book is that you want the spectator to put their hand right on top of the deck, and or not you, but your spectator should have their hand right on top of the deck. And I feel like that kind of gives away what's going to happen. So I prefer to not do that. I like to leave it just open, just I guess open in plain sight the entire time, but not somewhere that I can easily access with this deck. So now we have these cards. We have our setup right here with the King of Hearts on top. And you've of course dealt out the cards from right to left. And of course the cards that go on top are overlapping the previous card. At this point, here's the first step. You're going to take the card to the right of the king, turn that face down, and now put that to the left of the king, but you're going to insert it in here. You're not just going to put it up top. You're going to insert it between these two cards. Then you're going to take the card to the right of the king again, except just turn it face down in its position. And then you're going to take the second to leftmost card, turn that face down as well. So now the cards come across in an alternating pattern, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what it's going to look like. And as you're doing this, you can kind of see what I did in my performance. I like to make a bit more fun. I like to have a bit of fun with the spectator as I'm laying the cards out. Can you guess which card that you're going to be following? Or I'm sure you've heard of the 3-card Monte, like the way I started my video. Just to kind of build up some, what's that word? You know the word I'm talking about. Rapport. It's called rapport. Just to kind of build that rapport with them, have that nice back and forth as you're setting this up. And then when you're going into your routine, say try to follow on the king as close as possible, and then you're doing all these moves very slowly. Then you square up the deck, or if you want to ask where do you think the king is, they'll say right here. You're going to say, all right, great work. Then you square everything up and turn it face down. At this point, you're going to want to cut the king to the bottom of the packet. A couple of easy ways to do this. If you're an absolute beginner, you can riffle up the deck like this. And the second you see the king, as you can see here, you give the deck a cut. But the more seasoned you get, the easier it's going to be for you to just literally grab 3 cards. And of course I failed. Failure. The easier it's going to be for you to grab those 3 cards. Of course that king is on bottom and this is a double facer. You're going to take these 3 cards and put them on the bottom. Now the order looks something like this. The cards don't look alternated at all, but that's the effect, or that's the point you kind of want to sell to your spectator. So what you do is you riffle off the bottom 2 cards, 1, 2, and then you spread, and you're gonna hold this 1 card back over here as you push the rest of the cards over. So you can say I'm gonna take the second to last face down card and let these cards just spread a very small amount like this, right? These cards spread a very small amount. Take this card, put it here, leave that face down. Then I'm gonna take one of the other face down cards, leave it here. Then I'll take one of the other face down cards, leave it here. And then you're gonna spread out the rest of the cards like this, showing to the spectator that all these cards are obviously not the king. And now either I like to give them 2 tries or 3 tries in terms of being able to guess where the King of Hearts is. So you ask them, where do you think the King of Hearts is? I'll give you 2 tries. So they take 2 random guesses, try number 1, try number 2. They are completely wrong. And then you say, you know what, I'll be nice. I'll give you 1 final guess. Where do you think the king is? Of course, you're gonna say here, you can have them flip it over themselves, which again is another major interactive and selling point for this trick because it builds a stronger reaction. Oh my God, no way. Where's the king? And now you tell them there's still 1 card remaining face down, and you shift their focus towards the deck. They pick up this card, have them do like a nice slow reveal, and they see it's the King of Hearts. They will lose their freaking minds. And that's the 7-card Monte, my friends. Try it out and let me know what kind of reactions you get. Let me tell you something. I would love to get your support on Patreon, which by the way is free. Like there's a free tier now on Patreon. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna be doing on there yet, but I've been working through brainstorming some ideas, so it could range from maybe monthly practice sessions to content voting, to access to the Discord. So there's a lot of stuff up in the air that I'm thinking through. But anyway, thanks so much for spending your time with me. If you want to check out another card trick by the man himself, Mr. Di Vernon, click on this video right here. And if you're satisfied with just this, then this is a killer too. All right, yo, love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Deck drop.